Good evening. Welcome back to yet another video on Competitors Edge YouTube channel. Thanks for checking it out. Today, we got a little something different going on. Those of you who already can see it, congratulations. Those of you who can't, this here is a big block Chevy. I have been wanting to go through a big block Chevy for a long time. Now it's finally my chance. This big block Chevy is actually my father-in-law's. He had it in a 68 Chevelle Malibu. Very nice car. He's been working on that thing for quite a while. He had the engine done, built many years ago, and had his car, ran pretty good, actually had pretty good power, but ended up having a lifter failure early on. So very unfortunate, but I guess it was here, I'll show you. We had some comp cam lifters in there, or he had comp cam lifters in there. They're a hydraulic roller. As you can see, this is a link bar type lifter. Well, that link had I guess let a rivet go. So what happens then? Your lifter spins and ends up just chewing up the cam, messing the lifter up. This is actually the one that spun. Yeah, chewed up the cam pretty hard, and we actually had to cut the top off to try to get this out of the block. Yeah, not good. Not good. I got a little bit of a clip there. I'll show you of the cam. I'll put that on here so you can see how the lobe got chewed up. But anyway, yeah, so that's unfortunate. There was actually another thing that we did notice with this as we're pulling it apart as well. It has guide plates. But the push rods were actually not designed for guide plates, so they were getting chewed up as well. So there's a couple things there that didn't quite work out too great or in his favor, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, we're going to pull this thing apart. We're going to strip it all the way down, clean it all out, get the metal shavings out, and we're going to put some new parts in it. So what do we got here? We got an Edelbrock RPM air gap intake that he had on there. All these parts he had on there. Harlan Sharp roller rockers, MSD distributor setup, and what we will be doing is we're going to change the camshaft out. This is the cam we're going to be putting in here. It's actually a trick flow cam, as there's not very many cams that were in stock at the time we ordered this, so this is what we went with. It is slightly bigger than what we had in there, what he had in there previously, and the biggest upgrade is a set of Johnson lifters. These are part number 3977 HYRT or 2116 BBR. So that'll be a very nice upgrade to those comp cam lifters. So definitely looking forward to playing with that. But yeah, I guess I'll do a bit of a breakdown video here so you can watch me break this thing down. These things are crazy heavy. So I'm not going to flip it over right now and show you the bottom end. I'm going to take the cylinder heads off first. But it is a 2-bolt main. It's got height protected pistons. I think they're Keith Black pistons. I think it's an Eagle rod and an Eagle crankshaft that's in there. But we will walk through that as we tear this thing down and see if there's anything else that we find that's interesting. I guess you can see right here actually where the link bar was rubbing into the block. Where I let go. Doesn't appear to be through anywhere. Doesn't look like it's cracked, but still very unfortunate that that had to let go. Also, this is a original 402 396 block. Don't even know the year of it. I think it's like a 71 or something, but it is bored and stroked. So it is 434 cubic inches. And it has, what are these heads? It's a 397, or let's see here. It's a 387-2702 cylinder head. Alright guys, got the cylinder heads off. Just looking at all the pistons on the top. So these are a dome type piston. Pretty good valve relief on there for the intake side. It's interesting the pattern on the pistons though. The ones in the front look a little bit leaner than the ones in the back. This side kind of telling the same story. Not as bad though. Well, guys, I got broke down with the help of my lovely wife. Not looking too good though. It was supposed to be a quick rebuild. Let's see, where do I start? Let's look at some bearings. Okay, they got some wear. Definitely had some debris go through. The rod bearings are the same way. But check this out. So most of the piston skirts are looking pretty good. Not too bad. Except for this side right here. And this one here was towards the back, which is right where that lifter had failed. So I'm thinking that debris might have got in here and pinched in between the piston skirt and the cylinder wall. Not good. And the crankshaft, it's got some markings on it too. You can feel them with the fingernail. I think they'll polish out though. But not the best news, not exactly the news that we were hoping for. But yeah, I'll investigate a little bit further here yet and see what else I can find. All right, looking at some bores here. Number 7 does not look too good. It's hard to get it to concentrate for you all. The other ones aren't too bad. Feel a little bit of scratches in there. Not as bad as 7 though. This side here, 8's got some. 6, yeah, this whole bank actually has some. I have made a discovery. I took all the old piston rings off, for the top rings anyway, and put them all in the engine, squared them up, and checked the clearance on them, the end gap on them all. Figured I would start there just to see how they all were together. And the gaps aren't very consistent to each other. Let's see here. We're 38 thou, 35, 35, 35. So not terrible. But this bank, we have 34, 33, 30, and 20. So even if we're looking that gap, which is 33,
Today would not be a great day to know exactly.
And then this one, that's 20.
But on the other hand, when
and this cylinder is the one that has the most damage on the cylinder and the piston. So I'm wondering if those ring ends were actually butting up against each other, causing the piston to rattle in that bore, because that's a very tight ring gap over there. So that's another theory that I have there now, based on that ring gap being so tight. And then another thing with this ring,
it's like deer are really good at hearing you. And
it's on the opposite side, number 8, but it's got hot spots on it. You can see that dark spot right in that area. And I flip it, there's a spot here and right at the tips there too. So this ring got heated. Well, I think that's as far as I'm going to go with this breakdown video. We got it broke down. We got some obvious issues going on here. I'll talk to father-in-law now and I guess see what he wants to do for next steps, and we'll go from there. Appreciate you checking it out nonetheless.